Welcome to another episode of the 40 Culture Podcast, soccer podcast for us, by us. Talk about the intersection of black culture and soccer. Got your boy here, Grego here. Got TK here on the ones and twos. Coach Tony's in the building. What's good with y'all, man?
Coach Tony.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Yeah, man. It's been, I'm trying to brave it through because, man, let me tell you something. I don't know how long it's been since y'all got y'all wisdom teeth taken out. This shit sucks. This shit sucks ass. And how people were looking at, so let's rewind. I didn't go to the game on Saturday. So, and of course, I had a stand-in come in my place. We'll get to him in a little bit. But I did come like after the game. People were looking at me all crazy, like, how are you, in the lot? And you just got your teeth pulled. I'm like, hey, I guess I'm just built different. I don't know.
This man's committed to the cause, huh?
Yeah, man. I also had to give a shout to our homies over way down south. Of course, you see TK over here. He's actually rocking their new merch. Did a little bit of a retro tip with Atlanta United with the home team. That sucker is sick, man. That sucker is
sick. For real?
Yes.
I think that kit is one of my that Man United kit that's based off of is one of my all-time favorites, simply because obviously you got the collar that you can pop and adjust it. But the zipper,
yes,
is key too. And just that old school Umbro look with the
double diamonds and all that. Yeah.
Like it was classic. And what's cool about it is like back when I was coaching high school, there was just one school here in Atlanta that literally had the same Man United kit and even had the school logo looking just like the Man United logo. I was like, you know what? I don't care if we win or lose, y'all got the best kits I've ever seen, ever in my life. So yeah,
I'm gonna have to put the crested shout out to Jose and Neil with way down south, like the crest that they created with this, like so they really put their foot up on this one. Like it's some real good shit, man. But
they put their draws in it, as Martin's mama said.
Yeah, if you haven't done so already, make sure you give them a shout out at waydownsouth.co.com and like they do good shit. Like we've been trying to nail something down with them for a while. So we might have to make either a home jersey or a away jersey to match up with that. Cause that shit's tough. That shit's mad tough. But first of all, we need to start this episode off with some love. Get this thing off, because there's a lot of love that needs to be had right now, and in case you missed, the game on Saturday with the home team in Columbus, just know, if you know nothing else, in the great tales of love and honor with Messi and Neymar and Romeo and Juliet, you got Joseph and Nagby. I tell you like this: if you ain't kissing me like Joseph kissed Nagby on Saturday, like if you don't miss me like that,
don't want it.
You don't miss me. You don't miss me. Dog.
That's true. That's true love.
The trip wasn't worth it.
Dog. I mean, like that is like, look at Nagby. Like, he don't even know what to do with himself. He was like, yo, like this man missed the absolute shit out of me.
Grego, should I sing the song?
Go ahead.
I miss my homie. I miss my homie. Well, see you when I get there. In that gangster lean.
Oh God. But I mean, first of all, the fact that Nagby's gone in the first place, I will never, ever, ever in my life understand how Darlington Nagby is not in Atlanta right now, because I'm like, you don't get rid of a guy like that. Like, that's something I will never forgive Carlos Bocanegra. In case we haven't been clear in the past few weeks,
Bocanegra out.
So here's the other piece about that. Remember during that time period too, there was kind of like that spin that was going on to make it seem like he was the one who was just all about like, yo, I'm flipping ship. I ain't about this life no more in Atlanta.
Right.
And I just miss home so much in Ohio, which I'm sure he did. I'm not gonna say he didn't, but the spin on that was like that was all Nagby, and now as you know, we hear
like
the realness of it all.
we talked about it a little bit, like back when we went to Columbus, because Ty, like I said, Ty got the plugs. Like matter of fact, I got a plug for that in the tour between out this week. But like when they say Nagby's about his family, that ain't no game. Like, yeah, like if you basically got to peel him away from, if I ain't playing, I with my kids, I with my wife, all that shit. Like that's him. And like
Love.
and yeah, it's all about love. And so for Joseph to like, I mean, like that is the guy's like, yo, we ain't got any of us left, man. Like I miss you, dog. I miss you, man.
Yep. Yep.
And it's definitely um it's unfortunate because of course he was one of the great ones. It's like you basically let that all go for why I do not know. Like you basically you were niggas like because y'all had a deal when you got there and y'all didn't just say, hey, let's go ahead and just sign this while you want the plane. Like, no, didn't even do that. Like, dude, like the logic behind it, I will never, ever, ever understand. But
I think we've said it on countless shows of just how much of a linchpin he was for United and the success that they had throughout those, few seasons or whatever. Um, I mean, as soon as Nagby goes, the whole team went type of thing. Yeah, Gressel was another person who provided a lot of.
Man, let me tell y'all something, man. Like I had a sturdy debate on the socials over the weekend over Gressel because there was a stat line that came up during the game Saturday, talk about like how like all of the assist men for Joseph those first couple years, and like Gressel like lapped everybody else. Like he had like 18. Everybody else had like nobody else had like more than 10. And
Was Almiron like second or third or something like that?
yeah, he was second. He had 10. Yeah, he had 10. And because like for some reason people want to compare Gressel to Brooks Lennon for some reason, which I just do not understand for the life of me. Especially considering that one, Gressel was used in far more positions, and then two, you can't like all these considered, you can't really compare the Joseph then to the Joseph now. So like our finishing is just nowhere near what it is now, and um, what it once was, and so it's like you even if you wanted to compare Lennon, you can't because we're not scoring. Whether it's Joseph, whether it's Moreno, whether it's um, Rosetto, whether it's whether it's Kubo, but like nothing is the same right now. So like until we can at least get that part consistent, it's like why would you even compare that? But that's a whole other thing. But needless to say, we lost again because I'm yeah, because like we got more important stuff to talk about. We're just bear with us for a minute because of course right now it's the Olympics. So we got something to really get up on real quick because it's been sitting in my spirit all day today. And I know Tony, you've been thinking about it as well, but like there's two people in particular. I already wanted to talk about Naomi Osaka because shout out to her because she actually got to light the Olympic torch for her home country of Japan. But we need to get on Simone Biles real quick because been coming at her neck mercilessly today, and the shit ain't right, man. What you got, Tony?
No, well, I mean, basically, to sum up, if people haven't heard already, obviously she, in the team competition, she basically bowed out and was like, I don't feel confident enough to, attempt what was her vault that she was going to do. And, there's so much that we as spectators and fans take for granted what these athletes are going through, especially gymnasts. I mean, like that is the utmost of an athlete that you can get. To me. Like that is the bare bones of being an athlete, and the fact that they are literally hurling their bodies into the air at incredible speeds and incredible heights. Yeah, there's a huge risk factor that goes into that. No matter how much they train and everything like that, and even at the Olympic level, that is going to be something that you're going to have to deal with. And shout out to her in the sense of that, where she was like, I mean, and I quote, she said, "Once I came out here, I was like, no, mental's not there. So I just need to let the girls do it and focus on myself."
Yeah,
I mean,
go ahead.
no, I mean, like, that's, if you're not right and you're at the risk of, first of all, you got to take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about the mentals. You got to take care of yourself, because if you can't take care of yourself, you can't help out your teammates. And, she was at a place where she was like, you know what? I'm not at my best mentally. I need to let my teammates, do their best. And not only did she just not like recognize that, but then she became the cheerleader for her teammates. She didn't sulk. She didn't make it about herself. She didn't,
She went out there pouting.
Right. She was like, okay, I can't do this, but girls, y'all can do this. You know what I'm saying? She was building them. I might not be in my best, but I'm going to be my best for you to be able, so y'all can be successful. And, it's the fact that she did it on that stage, the highest competitive sports stage level. And she's getting blasted for people saying that, she's not mentally tough, which is the, how tough it is to take yourself out of that situation.
Especially knowing that people are expecting you to step up. And what like, I got people in my Facebook mentions right now, like literally like not even 5 minutes ago as we're recording this, talking about like how like this isn't her first Olympics, like she should be used to it. I'm like, the only thing that's consistent right now in her life is the Olympics, because you don't know what else she's got going on outside of all this, and it's what annoys me is this shut up and flip mentality, because of course we know about shut up and dribble, but basically doing the same thing. We're saying like, to shut up and flip, and that just, it rubs me all kinds of ways, because you don't know what else she's doing with it. Like, you have to keep in mind that you're talking about a sport where you're basically flipping in midair, and you're trying to control your body and make sure you don't land on your ass and your neck and all that stuff. Because like you can break bones, you can tear ligaments real easy. And so if your head isn't in the right space, you need to protect yourself, because it's very easy to just be like, yeah, everything's changed in the blink of an eye.
And let's not forget all the things that she has accomplished already too.
I mean, especially at her age, is like all this considered, like she would technically be aged out in most standards, but like she's still out there still going, and it's like why are you knocking her like at all?
She's
like,
doing things that both males and females are not doing. You know what I'm saying? So like, back up. She's already doing superhero stuff, and she's still our superhero. So Simone, we give you a hug. We love you, girl, and you always are our gold medalist, no matter what.
What you got, TK?
Man, I thought it was brave of her. I thought it compares a lot to figure skating, where you can see like a lot. Some of they have movies about that as well. I think it was like the Nancy Kerrigan one, maybe like a year or two back. But it really shows you a little bit of the dive into that mentality and how like mentally strong you need to be. And like the guys are just saying, like how mentally tough you actually need to be to remove yourself from that situation as well. So it's a double-edged sword in that sense, but touche to her for doing what's good for her. Like a lot of people, that's really what it comes down to. And a lot of people, us as regular people, just like that's an issue that I think a lot of us fall into way more than we're willing to admit to, or maybe we are, but it happens a lot in everyday life. Trying to do it to everyone else's standard and not what's good for us.
and people try to normalize it and try to say like, like I do X job, with pressure, and it's like, no, it's not the same. Like I don't have 50 million people watching me go fix a computer. I don't. Like I don't know like how we react in that type of environment. Like some people do deal with pressure, and some people, you know, you don't know like what else is contributing to, that stress. And obviously, in her case, she is literally the goat for a damn good reason, and so the pressures of that plus whatever else that she's in the, this personally, it's like, hey, you want to make sure you're as sharp as possible. And like we've seen it recently with Naomi Osaka, like, she pulled out of the French Open, she ended up pulling out of Wimbledon, and now she ended up losing today, and I think it was like the second round of the
Got
Olympics.
skunked, man. 3 sets straight.
Great sense.
And she's already been talking about like how her mentals weren't, the sharpest.
And I
And
think that's the proof right there for everyone in the pudding. Like, and as soon as I saw the CNN headline, sorry to interrupt you, Grego, but as soon as I saw the CNN headline, I couldn't help but think it's like the first thing was like everyone was jumping on her back. Stephen A. Smith specifically about her not claiming the United States for her country for the Olympics and her claiming Japan, and was talking about her black father, this and that, and who taught her tennis.
even though his father is actually Haitian, that's a whole different story.
Either way, like more so than
No. Like
her mother.
there's so much of a ethnic mix there. That's like, yeah, like it's not just one thing. It's many different things, and why shouldn't she claim her mother's heritage? I'm like, that's where she's from, and she's proud of her mom this much as she's proud of her dad. I saw like there's this player that plays for the Japan men's basketball team, who plays for the Wizards, and he's Japanese and black. I'm like, he was born and raised in Japan, and y'all and people are out here posting Dr. Umar pictures. I'm like, dude, like he's from there. Why wouldn't he rep them? Like, it makes no sense.
Yeah, totally. Anyway, I know people get all up in a bind about it, but yeah, sucks for her. But I think that's just another direct result. Like we could have seen. I would rather see Naomi Osaka lose like 3 sets straight than to see and like from her mentality wearing on her than to see Simone go out there and actually get injured potentially from having, pushing through that mentality. That's what I prefer this outcome every time.
Yeah, like not every moment is you're supposed to just push through. Like sometimes you can just sit the fuck down and say, okay, where like what are we doing? Like we need to get our chickens in order, because if you ain't doing that, then you're not performing at the best of your ability, and obviously on this stage that's what you want to be doing.
We need the voiceover from Batman. Chill.
So let me ask you this question. I mean, as far as Olympics been going on now, and the U.S. is kind of disappointing in several events.
Ooh, foreshadowing.
And it's funny to see like these headlines and the clickbait of everything, and I have to wonder if USA stands for United States of Arrogancy.
A little bit. I mean, when it comes to sports, I mean it's there. It's definitely there.
Tony, I'm in the back. I'm sorry. What did you say, man?
The United States of Arrogancy. I mean,
Thank you.
We definitely come out there thinking that we should automatically be winning things, and it's interesting that for events that we have dominated for so long, we're being humbled in, and U.S. women's soccer, U.S. men's basketball. I mean, it's just
even the women's team had a little bit of a struggle against Nigeria.
Yeah, and so it's just interesting to see people are like, well, what's wrong with this and what's wrong? People actually do work on their stuff. Other countries don't just sit there and just like, you know what? All right, we're just gonna be dealing with second and third place.
You know, I've said that for the longest time, especially with the men's national team. I'm like, y'all act like there's other countries aren't trying to get better. Like, like they're trying to get better too, and they might be doing it better than us.
Y'all never seen Rocky?
Drago was in there, man.
I'm telling you, like, it's Rocky 2 you gotta watch.
Like, you might be trying to get better, and they're getting better than us, and that's why they beat us. And like the women's, like, it's funny because like the women's national team, they lost their first game against Sweden. They beat they 3-0. I mean, damn. They blew out New Zealand, and then they drew early this morning against New Zealand. First of all, are y'all staying up for these games? Australia. Because like this schedule was just, oh my god, this thing is awful.
Yeah, it's tough. 13 hours, man. I got an ex-girlfriend who was from Okinawa, so yeah.
I'm like, I literally wake up like this morning when I woke up and I was getting ready for work and everything. And I was like, the U.S. women's softball is playing the gold medal, and I had it on, you know. But I'm not changing my schedule. I don't know. I just
like up to
I'm catching highlights.
Overall, there are very committed people out here that are doing the 4 o'clock wake ups, the 3 o'clock wake ups. I'm like, I'm if I'm lucky, I'm just getting to sleep at 3. So I'm like, yeah, y'all can just go ahead and I'll DVR it. But yeah, I think that it's funny because like we always talk about like how the men are kind of like slogging through, especially during the Gold Cup group stage. The women did kind of the same thing. You know, especially considering they're always so dominant, they're like, yeah, like it wasn't always looking so sharp. Like, but like, and just like the men, they had a weak opponent for the second game, and that's where they got all their goals. But everything else has been like, yeah. But like we got the women have the Netherlands next. That's a rematch of the 2019 World Cup final. So you know that's something to look forward to. I don't know if I'll be awake for it. I just don't.
Nah, but I think I'll definitely be catching that on Sports Center when I wake up in the morning.
Yeah, you're like, but the men, you know, they snuck through Jamaica. They just through Jamaica.
That was an exhilarating match, right?
That was actually a good match, though.
It was.
Yeah.
I would say it was tough. Like, shout out to our homie Miles for saving the game for us.
Save, yeah.
Yeah, because like that tackle in the box was something serious. But and then we got Qatar next. Like, if we lose to Qatar
for the PhDs,
dude. I'm asking for birth certificates. I'm like, y'all know good and damn well y'all are not from Qatar. Y'all are from Peru. Y'all are from Brazil. Like, quit playing. Like they have black people on Qatar.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. It's a nation of immigrants.
Yeah.
And that might come off somewhat insensitive, and I do apologize to everybody out there.
I mean,
but still, but y'all know good and well, naturalization is definitely a thing in soccer.
Hey,
well, the thing is, too. Sorry, it's a lot of Muslim faith based. So, but that's pretty full spread on the gamut.
I just want to apologize for Clayton Bigsby that we have on our podcast.
That's cold-blooded, man.
You know, I just want to say to the culture that Clayton Bigsby does not represent all of us in his views and his opinions.
Hey, so you know, like I do, naturalization is a dirty business in soccer.
God damn,
Ooh, Jesus.
That's Grego Trump over here.
Oh man, you're on the lawyer team. Shit.
I mean, it's like they how do you go from like, I think they were like ranked like 120 something a couple years ago. They won the Asian Cup a couple years ago. Now you're in the Gold Cup semifinals. Like, you just snapped it just like that. I was asking questions.
Grego.
Hey man,
what are you doing? What are you gonna do with the U.S. men's national team and the women's team? You see all the color that's coming on our teams now.
I will love every bit of it because we are a melting pot. We are already a melting pot.
And how is that not the difference?
Where was that? Where was that melting pot 5 years ago? Where?
It just started 5 years ago.
It really, we just started like, hey, let's just start adding
Google Earth.
Golly.
Excuse me, Qatar. Google Earth, Qatar. Before it became Qatar and PhD'd, was Qatar. And
oh man, I didn't know I was on a podcast with Clay and Bigsby, y'all.
I take offense to that, but no, I think that the men are doing okay. Shout out to Matt Hoppy for that game-winning goal against Jamaica. I'm sad that Jamaica's out because they have some damn nice-looking kids. They do. And like, where was Leon Bailey? Because, like, how do you just like not play him at all? Like shout out to our homie Yogi.
He did play.
Yogi was heavily pulling for Jamaica, and unfortunately that didn't come through. But like I said, it's been very interesting seeing the men and the women. Basically, they're everybody dragging right now. Like it's something that that we're not used to. We're used to just seeing the men acting a fool, but like I said, we'll see how this goes. Cause like I didn't realize that no women's World Cup winner has gone on to win the next Olympic Games.
Yeah. So this is the U.S. women's first attempt to try it, or not first attempt, but this is their chance.
Latest attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least this particular group of stars, probably their last time in the cycle, all of that.
We would think. You never know.
Yeah. I don't know. Bart made some pretty good points last week in terms of how they've improved under the new coach. So there's some things to be said in that regard. But even though probably got some people who need to be brooded in a little bit of the younger generation. But anyway.
And also shout out to Atlanta. They just unveiled their new logo, done in part by our sister Vera. It looks good. Looks good. See, you'll see in a second. But yeah, I love Qatar people. Just as a disclaimer. Just know good and well, y'all front on the soccer. Y'all front on the soccer.
Hit him up on the socials, people, and not on the horticulture one, his personal one.
Oh God, I got a tweet on that, man. Okay.
We're debating going back over and voiceover and all these to Qatar.
Oh man, but after the break, we're gonna have some words about my stand-in at the Benz on Saturday. Since I couldn't be there, I had to get the homie to come through and all that. And we got some words on that too. So stick around, get a good word from our people at Protagonist, and we'll be back.
This is an Alliance podcast.
And we're back. That is a nice looking shirt too. It really is. Shout out to Memphis. Shout out to 901. We need to get back to travel. I'm trying to see if I can get some time to get out to either Nashville or Memphis because we gotta get back out here in the streets, man.
It's not even been a month, Greg. What are you talking about?
Hey, like, once you get that taste of like getting out of Atlanta, especially when you've been stuck for like a year and change, it's like yeah, you just want to just get out.
Got that COVID bug.
Yep.
I mean, shit. If thankfully Atlanta is a big enough city to where you won't get too bored, but like I can't imagine like some cities like you got like you in and out in 5 minutes. I'm like, no. But yeah, man. Actually, give me 1 second here, because like I said, since I couldn't be there on Saturday, I had to go call up a homie, um, to come through in my place. Now, mind you, he had to do a listening party first on last week on Thursday for his new album, Donda. But then we thought that, hey, he had a listening party, that would just be it. But no, there was more.
There's more.
On Saturday, of course, we're playing Columbus and everything, and lo and behold, still wearing the same outfit from Thursday is Mr. Kanye West. Walking through the stadium, chilling with the supporters. It's like ain't shit else going on. And hopefully y'all didn't miss me. I know Tony, you had the kids. Did you make it to the game, TK?
No, because it would have been great if I would have. Kanye
was right there
with the flag. I
Yeah,
would
he
have.
would've been right here.
I would have accosted Kanye to come swing the For the Culture flag. Probably would have asked him, "Are you for the culture? Are Yeezy? Oh, really?" Something slightly offensive, because you could probably push his buttons. I heard he messaged one of the Resurgence members because he got a little injured in the online feeling department, but I don't want to confirm or deny that. I just heard a rumor. But yeah, man, it would have been great. We could have had a picture with this flag and Kanye. But Grego, why didn't you give him a regular mask?
I mean, like he wants to protect himself from all germs, foreign and domestic. So he wants to keep the whole head covered. The whole head.
We may need to upgrade and get a whole head version.
I mean, I will be glad to just do like a whole FTC full face mask and just be like have like FTC over the eyes.
Like a head sock.
Yeah. But you know what the funny thing is there is that, of course, for so long, Kanye has claimed Chicago as home, and that growing you hear is from Coach Tony, because like now all of a sudden Atlanta's trying to claim their native son, born in Grady Hospital, as theirs. How you feel about this, Tony, man? What's going on?
I think it's bullshit. Seriously, I'm getting tired of people pandering to rich folk just because they're rich. Kanye hasn't done. I mean, like giving someone a key to the city. You give someone a key to the city who's giving back to the city. I need receipts. What has he given back to the city of Atlanta other than putting on a good performance?
Was it really good performance?
No, I'm not even talking about that performance. I'm saying like other shows.
He's on the remix of Put On.
Bruh, yes, great song. But what has does that deserve?
I don't know, Saudi. I don't know.
No, Drake has given more to the city of Atlanta than Kanye.
Do we need to consult the strippers?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I need the receipts. I guess you're right. Okay. Can somebody send us the PDFs on these?
I need receipts on why this man deserves a key to the city. I do not. I mean, like,
because his mama taught here. That's about it. That's all.
Bruh, my mama taught here too. She ain't got no kids.
My mama did this too, man.
My mama been teaching that spelling for decades, man. She ain't no key to the city.
I put on everybody that I knew from before.
Bruh. So all I'm saying is like that whole PR stunt. Like this is the thing and here's the thing that I'm like really trying to wrap my head around. Okay, so yes, there's no doubt about it that the artistry of this man is great, phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Did give us a college dropout, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a freaking catalog of songs and hits that he has blessed us with. I am not trying to take that away. There's no doubt in my mind this man is talented in that. it just trips me out how forgiving we are or how forgetful we are of what just happened after our whole political chaos that happened.
Yeah.
And our culture is just like,
Just forget
you
about
know
all
what?
that.
He did give us the Yeezys. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh. I mean,
He gave us $55 churros at the
Hey.
stadium.
I forget about what this man was talking about with slavery and everything like that. Like, did we forget that part?
Who taught you? Wheezy. Yeezy taught you.
And that's where I'm like, am I watching the same show? Am I watching the same show? I need to know. Maybe on Netflix, maybe the episodes didn't come out yet for me. Maybe there's a behind the scene footage that I didn't see yet. Maybe that's what it is, because it just doesn't. The fact that like again, old man rocking chair. I don't understand paying that much money to watch a dude in the center of a stadium press play
and just walk around.
I don't get that concept. If I'm going to pay for someone, there better be a damn live band performing. I'm sorry.
To be fair, there were free a stack of free tickets being handed out outside of the stadium. So
now if I had known that, I might have thought about going, but like,
yeah, I can't totally attribute to the cost factor of this event.
Well, but let's talk about costs, because I did see how much them chicken tenders were costing that night.
Here's what I will say is the huge jack off point, which you were already alluding to. So if we'll just hit SmackDown if we can allude to the wrestling as well in the process, which skipped ATL, but Grego might get into that later. But the huge jack off point is that he did this. The listening party was specifically done at 116 decibels. So I don't know if you know what like does hearing damage. It's around 89, 90 decibels. So note to self for those who like to attend live music, maybe bring some ear protection, or
especially for a stadium that's like not the greatest with sound quality anyway.
You got to see the writing on the wall what this really was, considering there was no actual performance. He walked around the stadium and I love Kanye.
They reunited with Jay-Z. Like that's supposed to be like that's the key right there. That's why he got the key.
And then the fact that he took Grego's place, in the supporter section. I got problems with that.
Gorilla Company had the back, man. Gorilla Company was not happy about that. They asked him to leave.
Yeah,
I mean, like you don't belong here, bro. You don't belong here.
How does that feel to be Kanye West, a celebrity upon celebrities, and asked to leave?
It's weird because like if you've ever been to a lane at a game and they have a capo stage right in front of the supporter section, like very often you will see celebrities, come up on stage, whether it's for the Golden Spike or just mid game or whatever. It'll be athletes, actors, things like that. But you've never seen one that I can think of that actually like was in the supporter section like that. Like usually they just stay on the stage and that be that. I think the only person that might have gone to the section is probably Archie Eversole. Shout to him. Matter of fact, happy birthday to him. And
happy birthday, Archie.
Oh yeah, and, it's forever 29.
But yeah, just the fact that he actually did go out in the sports section. Like part of me is like that is a little dope, but at the same time, I mean, hey, it's sacred space, so you can't just be
permeating the bubble.
Can't be clout chasing with your head mask on.
I'll tell you this, the Clarkson kids that I brought to the game, you know who they were more excited about? Who hammered the spike?
Oh, DeVito.
Yep. They were like, yo, coach, yo, DeVito, yo, he's here. Oh, and they were like, oh, he's from Atlanta too? Like, because all the Clarkson kids, they coming from all the different African countries or whatever, and they're like, yo, he's from Atlanta. I was like, yep. They were more excited about that than hearing about Kanye. They're like, yeah, whatever. But where's DeVito at? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole different culture for them, But is that like seriously? Like, I think back when I was a little kid, my mom would let me, when I put her pantyhose on my head like that, I think that's how I used to look.
Oh God, did you have the red first down jacket?
Yo, so I wanted one.
I'm not even lying. That's Missy Elliott, like super duper fly.
Yo, so actually, that we saw his housing quarters within the Benz.
He's living at the stadium now. Like he is living and recording at the Benz. Mind you, there's like how many studios in Atlanta?
Grego,
I forgot how many.
He is literally wearing his sleeping bag. That's what he's doing right there. That's
that's smart.
Dude, this is this is like modular. This guy's a genius. Kanye is so far ahead of us, dude.
The genius, man. Like
so far ahead of us.
That's why he got the key. That's why he got the key. The genius.
He's really in a tank top. This man's like Akon. He's that far ahead. Shout out to Akon. City Light. City Light.
Yo, did he get his truck back? Do we know anything about
That's a damn good question.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Before we dovetail, but so is this the performance photo that we're looking at here currently?
Correct.
Okay, copy. Yeah.
I mean, it was visually interesting, but yeah, it was definitely a listening party where you just watched him walk around the field. And yeah,
bro, I'm telling you, I'm good.
Actually, shout out to the staff and facility people of team at Mercedes-Benz Arena. Man, they turned that stadium around in 48 hours time. I thought this event actually was Friday, so I was under the impression that they did this in less than 24 hours.
If you ever like stayed late for like after Atlanta the game and like they have like football, like either the Falcons or college football, like the day after.
Oh,
like
on a Sunday.
Like their conversion time is lights out. Like they'll have like all the soccer lines, everything removed in like within an hour. Like it's no joke at all. Like it's kind of crazy. Like especially considering there's other teams in the league who have field turf and don't do that, and they just leave the shit up. And I'm like what are we doing? What are we doing that y'all aren't doing? It's like there's no reason in the world why the Revs should be playing on Patriots field lines and shit. But hey, it's all about the little things.
Top of the league.
I mean, hey, we our defense is just as good as theirs. We just don't have an offense. You know. Hey, but I think we're about to get a player from Argentina, another one.
Almeida. Dude, I've had this guy on FIFA 20, FIFA 19. Dude, Diego Almeida is
because
I hope he works out.
Because like I know Olympic Marseille were after him, and apparently I guess they had to sell someone in order to get him. So it looks like right now we're in the driver's seat to get him. And, you know, hopefully at this point, I just want to score goals again because right now everything looks absolutely awful. Because, like, I counted, like, over the weekend, like, since our game against Chicago where we won 3-1, like, that's like the second game of the season, something like that, we have scored only one goal or nothing in 10 of our 13 games. And we haven't scored more than 2 in any of them. So it's like we're not scoring, and that's just absolutely maddening to me. Especially,
I would definitely say, like, after watching this weekend's game, like there was so many times, excuse me, that I think I would want to say there was like 3 or 4 shots that were straight at the keeper. Straight at the keeper.
We had good opportunities. Like it actually was a pretty tough game.
There was opportunities, but like the fact, like I think the first one was like Mulroney's first shot, and he was right there at the corner of the 18. And I don't want to say all he had to do, but really at that level, that's a distinction of where you're like, okay,
this is why you're here.
You can make the save instead of just shooting the ball on target.
Yeah,
right. Exactly. And that's when I was like, oh, it just kind of was the microcosm of us. We have players that are nice, great people. I'm sure they work hard, but they're not in that next tier of killers.
You can see why some people are in MLS and then why some people just have to be in MLS.
Right.
And yeah, it's definitely tough because, especially given the track record of everyone that we've been bringing in since last year, it's like, can we get one guy that works? I mean, other than Sosa, yeah, it's pretty much it. But
yeah, it's unfortunate, honestly. Hopefully, the thing with Almeida works out. He's like a pretty dynamic attacking center midfielder. So, hopefully, between him and Moreno, they can kind of be a little dynamic duo in terms of attacking. But may have to be a formation change or somebody drop from the starting lineup that we have now. Moreno's almost there, man. I think he's, like if the C and the F is the line, like he's like right there.
Gotta get that curl quite right.
Hey man, it's that Irish. He's Irish, right?
Yeah. Because like we need that more of like the Doms who like attack their man, and we're just not getting it. Moreno, actually takes the player on, so I applaud him for that.
No, I definitely think he's worth the investment as far as
he's young enough to where you could at least work with him. But yeah, I think that we've been swinging and missing on way too many guys for a while, and like I was talking to some of our Columbus homies. Of course, we saw the kiss with Joseph and Nagby, and they were like, if Joseph is missing Nagby like that, we might as well go ahead and just send him up here to Columbus. I was like, first of all, get your money right. Second of all, no.
You can't afford it.
No.
Can't.
Like, because y'all ain't gonna be able to just get him like, willy nilly in August. Like that's an off season move, first of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, like, have you seen the last 2 weeks here? I'm like, the revolt that will happen with this fan base if whenever Joseph leaves, like that will not go down at all.
Especially the Columbus where Nagby has already exited us too. Yeah, and I just don't. It's not gonna be a good look at lower.
Yeah, stop taking our homies. Stop taking our homies, man.
I mean, there's already a rivalry between them. What happened on the first year of Atlanta United's existence, and then going into the second year, I think it's there with Columbus.
I'd be like, we got to see y'all in the streets, man.
Man, fuck y'all.
Taking our homies, man.
Fuck y'all too. Like you said about Neymar,
but
or Messi, excuse me.
But yeah, like that. Like I said, I need somebody to love me like that. That's the kind of love I want. That's the kind of love I want. We're gonna circle it back here to love, and we hope that you guys love the name sets that we've been showing up on FTCUTD.myshopify.com. I know I talked about it a couple weeks back. Matchup Chol, our first round draft pick this year. One of our homies here, Bradley Hartlodge, made a custom name set in tribute to him. Of course, Matchup's a character off of Pokemon. So what we did a Pokemon name set with Matchup, and got a little bit of love from Matchup over the weekend, and so we're still cranking them out. It's still summertime. If you still haven't managed to get your jerseys dripped up yet by your boys here at the Culture, let us know. We can get you covered. FTCUTD.myshopify.com. We are still taking a break next month. I got some new stuff cooking. It's in the oven. It's starting to rise. Hopefully it doesn't fall, but we got you. But yeah, like
so you're a baker. You're baking then. You ain't just cooking, huh?
We cook and then we bake it. We shake and bake.
Okay.
But yes, we'll be off the pods for a couple weeks. Recharge the batteries because, like we talked about before, man. These taking care of your chicken is critical. Out here in these streets, man. Because Got to be able to take care of yourself, man. 'Cause, who else will? But like I said, I'm trying to last a little bit longer. My jaws are starting to. I need the ice pack. So let's get up in this 2 up and 2 down, man. What y'all got? It's TK. What you got, man?
Ooh, I had a bunch of good ones, and I always leave me. I need to start writing these down again. Sons are getting old,
notes, man. Sticky notes.
Yeah, I'm the king of sticky notes. I don't use them for the pod like I used to. Anyway, I guess we'll do this kind of off the top. So this may be a little random and not so soccer related, but I want, I guess, continue to reiterate Boca Negra out, Atlanta United, the home team. Let's just go ahead and take out the garbage. Like, there's no use in just taking out the trash and putting it in the trash can, but then not taking it to the curb. So, like, let's just be thorough and do the job and like, be respectful to the fans. Give them what they are due. Because I don't want to start calling people liars, but I will certainly cross that line if I need to. So I guess that's a down.
You were sure? You were sure?
It's like, oh man, am I venting or what? So another down is gonna be Delta variant of COVID-19. Man, I as a new father, it is a little tough, I would say, having been in this situation. It's been tough for everyone globally. So don't let this sound like my fucking pity party, because it certainly isn't. Just want to highlight the shit that I'm personally dealing with. So with that being said, it's tough. I haven't even gone to a match this season. Like to do that, but now I'm kind of like a little freaked out, because right now, if you Google Delta variant and infants, it doesn't look pretty. So I don't know if I can honestly afford to risk to take that risk of going to another match and even being like publicly, like outwardly trying to catch up and check all the boxes that I wanted to do that I'm supposed to be getting caught up on now that I'm vaccinated and we're in vaccination, exploration mode. But yeah, man, I'm sorry, you won't see me at the in Cabo or none of that. It won't see my Instagram popping like shit. So that's another down on that. Up is I guess I had to kind of bitch up a little tree on this one, but I finally got my iPad Pro case coming in the mail. It's shipped. I'm excited to receive that. I went through the Magic Keyboard and a couple other things. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm a little bit of a tech nerd when it comes to the gear. So also
really? Hadn't noticed that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's because the Melon app, the wonderful app that we are broadcasting this stream from, doesn't link into Apple's new, what is it, center stage feature. So I could be like doing all the cool shit. Y'all would never know. So but I digress. Yeah, I mean, I just want isolated tracks, but I don't want to make many downs within my ups at this point. Like we'll go on all night at that point. So yeah, just cap it off, man. And then just excited. I guess we'll just like split this up into from the gear kind of thing. Excited to geek out a little bit, and hopefully we can get the trap 4. Trap 2 is under you, sir. Trap 2 is right here. Trap 3.
Trap. Oh no, hold on. Maestro's was 1. Tony's was 2.
If anything, you're 3.1.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had 3.1 and 3.2. So this is
3.2. 3.0 was the OG and then H is 3.1.
Okay. Yeah.
Or however you want to. Yeah.
We got it.
Anyway, excited to during the break we're looking to upgrade the pod, do some things as far as the stream is concerned. So excited to kind of tech things out with the gear and upgrade some things as far as the way we are platforming this the podcast, the FTC Soccer Show, to you guys and the audience itself. I'm hoping to do more, much more live streaming, and some mobile broadcast hub, all that kind of things. Twitching, Discord. So really want to encourage you guys to like, subscribe, and then just get in. So we're going to be throwing a fuck ton of content. Grego's got some great surprises in store that I don't even know. He just keeps telling me there's surprises down the line. So yeah,
some big stuff's coming. So
see,
yeah,
this shit right here.
Yeah,
So anyway,
once we get back from break, like I said, we're gonna start undergoing some changes. Get some new voices, and expand beyond our Atlanta surroundings and whatnot. But it'll be good stuff for us and good stuff for you guys too. And Tony, what you got?
All right. I think I'm gonna do one down and two ups. I'm gonna start with the down first.
Mm-hmm.
As we are approaching the fall and getting up for fall seasons, obviously with my current role with Soccer Streets, but also with my daughter and her getting involved with her extracurricular after school activities and everything, and working with her mom as far as those opportunities. And she is going to be playing junior academy at one of these big time clubs that surround here. And the price tag is effing ridiculous for junior academy 6-year-olds who are it's not even travel. They're playing inter squads type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the fall season is $1,100.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And y'all wonder why You wonder why I do what I do.
Sorry, I had to drink some stuff and spit it out again. That's gross. Continue.
That tells you the issue that we have here in the United States of America with youth soccer. You cannot justify and tell me that a 6-year-old playing junior academy is worth $1,100. Even if Zidane was her coach, I would still have an issue with that.
Well, hold on. Junior academy sounds fancy.
Tell me, there's no way you can justify. You're getting
especially if you're just staying in the city.
That sounds pretty fancy. Junior academy, like how the t-shirts looking?
I mean, the kids are decent.
Oh, okay.
But it's not $1,100 worth of kit.
You're not when you're not traveling.
TK, we got better kit with way down south that you are wearing. For much less.
I paid for this on PayPal.
So my down is like, it's just the harsh reality of the work. And like, it's one of those things, obviously, in this workspace that I deal with. I know that, but the fact that I am literally having to negotiate that and navigate that, it's like, it boggles my mind. That tells you. Culture
just for a 6-year-old.
Let me know. I would love to see some other outstanding price tags around some other clubs.
So we're gonna do math as well. A 6-year-old. So how does that? Can you break this down for the way Soccer in the Street does it, perhaps, as far as age brackets are concerned? So if we were gonna hypothetically pay for our child to do,
if we adopted a kid,
the very fancy junior academy from 6 to 18. So we'll do 12 years of junior academy, right? At $1,100. The math is down here right now, folks. Continue.
Bruh, this is it's
pay to play. You got to pay to play, right?
It's effing ridiculous. So,
like I said, you're not even traveling. So
it's not even. That's the thing about it. They're not even traveling to play other clubs.
No,
you cannot justify and tell me that it's worth $1,100.
Because between equipment,
dude, no,
because
trust me,
there's no
know.
kid.
There's
no kid uniforms. There's no kid uniforms that cost that much. There's
Wait
no
a
boots
minute.
that cost that much.
What about
balls that cost that much?
There's got to be a lunch in there, right?
Like
Nope.
Psych.
There's no free access to a cafeteria. There's no.
Nothing catered. Nothing
Only
catered.
get a fancy card. It's like a laminate.
Nope.
Somebody had to pay for the laminates.
Nope. I know how much the insurance costs for each kid. It's not that. I know how much it costs to pay a coach. Several, competitive market, because that's what we pay our coaches in the competitive market. I know what that hourly rate is going for. I know the coaching pool that's there at said club, or unsaid club.
I know all of them.
So, no, I'm sorry. So that's my down. Sorry, we can do a whole show on this, and we've done shows.
You know what? Because I know we've been talking about doing some extra stuff over the break. Because I know we got goalkeeping stuff. We do need to follow up on the youth soccer stuff like we did a couple years ago. Like this is stuff that people really do need to shine a light on more, because again, it's a racket.
It's ridiculous. There's no way you can. And I mean, shouts out to the coaches. You'll get some of the money, and they get the benefits of this racket.
Is there any of the figures you could drop on us just before you go to the next up or down?
For Soccer the Streets, or for
any of the things that we know that they are incurring on the budget line. Considering we know what the cost of youth academy soccer is for a hypothetical 12 years. Math is on the ticker.
So I mean, there's definitely, when you're getting into the travel aspect of that, there's definitely the common price tag you're going to see is roughly around $3,000 per season.
Okay.
That's
how long is the season?
So roughly
12, 13 weeks. But then, you got your showcases, you got your other tournaments, which you are also coming out of pocket for as well too. And then you're paying the coaches hotel fees and everything like that. So never mind, the gas and travel that goes along with that too as a parent. And then also the meals that you are providing for your child to stay at whatever place or go, get some food or whatever.
They got to include that. Can we get a petition.org? What's the thing?
Not included.
Grego, get the website going. We're gonna petition this. Don't worry about this, folks. We're gonna petition this.
Yeah. So it's one of those things that is just like youth soccer in America is just it's disgusting. That's disgusting. So it's nothing new, but it's just, again, I'm going through these
new to my wallet.
It's hitting close to home.
Hitting close to home. It's hitting close to home. Golly. All right. But the ups. All right.
Yes, there's ups.
So speaking of Soccer Streets, as Grego and TK have alluded to in the show, we took 300 plus kids and families from our program to the game this past weekend. And it was cool to see and experience, I take it for granted sometimes, that, even a lot of times for these kids who, I took the Clarkson group of kids and just coming downtown and just that experience and seeing the stadium for the new, to see and hear that new enriching experience definitely kind of brought a different type of energy for myself in going to the game, because we take it for granted. We go so often, but for those kids to see it for the first time and to be in the stadium for the first time and, to see the players for the first time. Like one of the kids in the conversation that, I had with him in my car was that, I was asking him, I was like, well, who's your favorite team? He's like, Atlanta United. I was like, oh, do you watch them on TV? He's like, no, I don't even get to watch them on TV. I just get to watch their, score lines and everything like that. I like Joseph Martinez, of course, and everything, but he had never seen him play on TV. Hadn't seen him in person, and then to actually go see him in person, that's a crazy experience.
Hold on. If I could only cut in, Atlanta United does an incredible lot of media and marketing in our hometown, which is not across the board what MLS teams do. So that is a shocker.
Yeah.
That is a shocker.
Yep.
Yeah. Think about it. Because for a lot of people, they don't have access to Bally Sports
Yep.
on cable and everything. So
Yeah.
like if you don't have cable or one of the streaming packages, you're probably not seeing them. And yeah, like I give a shout to Lil Man just for keeping up that that fandom in spite of not having that access, even though he's right here.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, he knew enough. He was like, he knew that Atlanta was struggling. He knew that he was like, well, I know we're playing Columbus Crew. I know they're good, but I think we can pull it out. Like, I think we can pull it out. So I was like,
hey, somebody gotta have the faith right now. Somebody got to.
hate to crush your dreams, kid.
Keep that optimism. It'll get you far.
I was like, just get so used to being an Atlanta fan and just always having your heart crushed.
No, you need that kind of person, Mike.
Yeah, I know. So I say, and then we had one of our star individuals in our program, Anna Manga. She was able to be the honorary captain for the game as well too. So that was a great experience for her as well. So that was definitely a great experience this past weekend. I was tired though. I forgot how much energy it takes to like chaperone and be around 30 plus kids and just like, hey.
Hey.
Don't make me use my daddy voice.
A lot of mental energy keeping up with 30 teenagers. And then my next up is finally Man United is making some waves within the transfer market. We already got Sancho in, and now we got Rafael Varane coming through. Woo! We finally addressing our defense as well too. Like that.
Man, y'all gonna be tough, man. The starting 11 is starting to look decent.
Starting to shape up. Like if we could, like, I was
does he stay?
Who?
Your boy, Pogba, number 6, right?
Yeah, that's what I was about to get to. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine earlier because I'm like, as much as that whole relationship has just been so up and down, I'm like, we're just at a point now where, like, if he stays, that with what we have, that could be a real difference maker. And I'm like, I still think we need like one more good piece, probably in the back of the midfield. But
you need to replace Matic.
Yeah.
And then I think you have. Maybe you choose. This is outside perspective. An academy kid to be the third replacement for the center back, or fourth replacement for center back.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you guys are good.
So it's shaping up. Like I think,
seriously.
I think the only real question mark right now is just with Rashford being out until October. Like how well Cavani will hold up front, because I think that.
You'll be fine.
I think the way things are shaping up, I think Rashford's going to be playing up front. I think
I would be more worried about Ole's tactics in the next.
I was about to say it's
6 months or whatever.
It's going to be interesting how he navigates all that.
We have a lot of weapons in two places.
How Martial is playing into these plans. Obviously, you got Messi, Lingard back, so this is that he's got.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I think.
The pieces are there. It's just a matter of like how do you
figure out how it coordinates.
Oh, say it again, folks.
Coordinates. So I'm excited about that, and I think they still talking about what's his name, Kamavinga, the young kid coming out of where is he at? Is he at Rennes? Yeah, he's at Rennes. Yeah, that'll be interesting too if they up that pursuit. But it's exciting.
It's good times.
And get some some nice leadership back in that back line with McGuire.
And can't see the back of Woodward soon enough.
Him and Boca just go on an island and just disappear.
Hey, what were they to swap? How would you feel if they swap?
Hell no. Like they could both go to Italy and just disappear like Mario Balotelli. Like
good.
If they can all go to the same place that he did, then I'm actually cool with it. Like I'd like to see Balotelli back, but if that's what we got to sacrifice, then
maybe we just send him to the China League. You know what I'm saying? Like just like
China's fine.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
The Qatar.
Or I was gonna say, who's over there in Qatar? If you watch the Netflix, Nicholas Anelka, who's
Yeah,
over just
yeah.
chilling.
Didn't the old boy from Tottenham leave? What's his name?
Lamala.
Toby? No, Toby Alderweireld, whatever.
Oh,
He going
Adewar
over.
is going too. Yeah, it's an exodus at Tottenham.
Yeah.
They're gone.
It's starting to begin. Like I said, bless Nuno, praise him.
Oof.
Watch out for that new midfielder at Arsenal, the young black kid.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll start with it up real quick. Aside from Kanye filling in for me last over the weekend, I actually had one of my best friends, Quincy. I talked about him last year around this time because he was staying with me. Ended up attempting suicide back then, and he went back home. Got his mentals in order. Came back down with his family and everything, and like doing really well. Like so that was my first time seeing him since all that happened last year, and so to see him, see that he's doing well. His oldest son's doing well, and I'm hoping that his parents are actually up at the campsites up in Buford, so I'm hoping to see them before they leave this week and link up with them because of course they've known me since I was like you know a skinny ass teenager. So hopefully I'll get to see them. But they had a good time. They had the march because like this was his son's first time going to the Benz too. Because the last time he was here, we were still playing at Bobby Dodd. So him getting that first time experience at the Benz was cool and everything. So I'm glad that he got a chance to enjoy that. Um, other than that, I'm just over here just trying to live because so with the wisdom teeth, I got three of them taken out, and the other one, like right here, it started hitting the nerve, and I was awake for the whole thing. So when you're awake but everything's like numb, you still get jerked around. And when you get jerked around and it starts hitting the nerve, that is not fun. That is not they're trying to sand down what they can't get out, and I'm like, man, we got to stop. And but I mean, for the most part, I'm hanging in there. Like I said, I'm about to get off of here in a little bit and ice up these cheeks before.
You need some suction.
Suction will save your life in the chair.
Hey, dude, you will legit choke without that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like that could not be unappreciated enough. Like that's just the shit. But yeah, uh, for the most part, everything's recovering all right. I should be all right. Hopefully, I can get back to some real food because I've been applesauced to death. But
what do you miss the most?
I miss my square wraps from QT. That's what I miss.
Something we can relate to.
Yeah, man.
A tree from QT, or I'm sorry, a snackle.
Yeah, it's just your clutch. It's just your clutch. But we'll probably get into it more because I've been waiting for Tony to get back to talk about the NIL stuff in more detail. But there was one college related thing that's been bugging me to no end the past week, and that's the news of Texas and Oklahoma possibly jumping over to the SEC. For those of you that follow college football and college sports in general, I can easily tell you that I'm blaming this completely on ESPN. Completely. Because ESPN is the producers behind the Longhorn Network. The Longhorn Network is the reason why you had schools like Nebraska, Colorado, and Missouri leave, and Texas A&M leave the Big 12 about almost 10 years ago. Fast forward to today, the Longhorn Network isn't as viable as it used to be, and they're like, okay, what are we going to do, with this program because obviously they got to keep making money. We're like, hey, also do this SEC Network. We can just put them over here, and the money keeps going. And all the while, of course, it just disrupts the whole ecosystem of what people still like about college sports. And they're talking about now like the SEC might go to 16 teams. The ACC might merge with the SEC, and I'm like, all the while, despite the NIL stuff, the schools are still not paying the kids, and with all this money that's about to go down, you need to be paying these kids soon, real fucking soon. And that shit's just annoying me.
Did you have you read anything on if how it's going to impact soccer with those
Well,
programs?
I think they were talking about like how with the amount of money that would come in like with the potential merger, like the non-revenue sports actually stand to make a good a bit of money. Of course, I'm like, can we get some
Well,
can we get
that's
some
not my
men's soccer?
question. There's no men's soccer in SEC.
Yeah,
So
that I'm like, can we get that, please? Can we get it? Because the ACC has it, the Big 12 has it. I'm
so
like, yeah, can we get that?
that's going to impact Title IX then too. So that's the
Hmm.
thing I have a question about because obviously if you get if you're going to add a men's sport, then you got to have a women's sport as well too to
Hmm.
balance. And so that's where I'm like, that's going to be interesting with these. I mean, Oklahoma and Texas with their soccer programs. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, especially because like I think Texas like just recently won like the President's Cup, I guess, like for all of college athletics,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so like they have a solid program. It's just that yeah, like if you weren't so damn greedy 10 years ago, you wouldn't be in this spot now. And honestly, Longhorn Network never made that much sense to me in the first place because basically you just said, okay, we want to make this all about one school, and fuck everybody else that's in the conference in the Big 12 at the time. And of course, some schools responded in kind. The funny part, though, in all that is that, like I said, ESPN's in the middle of all this. So, like, apparently, they've been secretly negotiating with Texas and the SEC for like 6 months and did not tell Texas
Mhm.
A&M. And they said, "Oh, because A&M and Texas are big in-state rivals," and they were like, "No, let's just not tell them. Let's not tell them, and we'll just keep it away from them."
Hey man, 2025 can't come sooner.
I
So
think it'll
I,
be. I think it'll be sooner than that. I think
I think
they'll
they
get
already
something.
agreed to it, or I don't know. I saw a headline on
They're
CNN.
they're they're meeting up this week to kind of like I guess determine like what the timeline will be. But like at the very latest will be 2025. But I would more than likely say because I think the SEC has a new deal with ESPN that starts I think next year, and I'm pretty sure that if they can line everything up with that, it'll probably happen then. But yeah, all in all, pay these players.
So I just corrected myself and answered my own question. Both Oklahoma and Texas do not have varsity men's soccer. They only have in the club aspect. So
Get it together, y'all. Get it together.
feasibility, that probably was a big part of it as well too. Those type of obviously it's not a revenue generated sport, but still. Um,
Get it together, y'all. I mean, there's these programs are way too big to not be investing in men's soccer. I'm like, y'all invest in women's soccer, but not men. I'm like, just of
well,
course, the concept of college
Texas is
soccer,
football, man. Come on, like that's come on,
yeah,
like
football. We don't this football.
foosball, foosball.
Football.
But but yeah, you know, the it's making it harder and harder to just support what you do like about college sports, and this is just only bastardizing that even more, and it's really unfortunate, but we'll see where this goes because you know we'll see pretty soon. But
2025 soon, or like
I think it will be
pretty soon.
23.
Okay,
I think it'll be 23.
we're placing our bets.
There's an outside chance of 2022, but I'm thinking more than likely 23.
All right,
But
Tony, put this one in the bottle. Have Memphis bury this. We'll be back in 3 years.
Put it in the backyard.
Exactly.
yeah. Speaking of backyard, we need to get that real popping before the end of summer. But
Ooh, sly.
like that right.
Can you smell the crispy bread? Mm. Man, I love a toasted bun.
Yeah, man. It's like by the weekend, be able to handle solid foods and everything. So I'll be ready, man. I'll be
All
ready.
right, we'll see.
See what happened there?
But
We'll see.
of course, yeah. Next week will be our summer finale. We'll talk about whatever's left of the Olympics. Maybe by then the women will still be in. We'll never know. I think, of course, we have the no the men's World Cup final. I think it's a week after, but either way, we'll get our predictions and all that good stuff. course, we'll still be on the socials at FTC.
UTD.
That actually almost had it there. Oh shit! And Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I actually did start up the TikTok again.
Whoa!
Yeah, I did.
Sir.
I posted a video from Columbus. Got a little bit of traffic. Got a little bit.
What's the link to our website? Let's send the folks there.
The TikTok is FTCUTD pod.
To our website.
We're working on that. Like I said, summer, man. We're trying to get everything together on summer break course. FTCUTD.
There you go. There it is.
Get the shirts over here. Shout out to Memphis. Shout out to Memphis 901. Hopefully we'll be back out there pretty soon. But yeah, we so we're gonna. I'm gonna put this ice pack on. Tony's gonna take off that Howard hat because it's all about A&T this fall.
Bro, come on now. We all know who has a better homecoming, but we ain't gonna go into that discussion now. Anyway,
but yes, y'all enjoy yourselves. Take care of your mentals, please. Support these Black women out here. That's out here doing their thing. We'll see y'all next week. For Coach, TK, Mayor. I think did he ever recover from his birthday? Did he?
He's in Miami right now, isn't he?
Yeah, Coach is lost in Miami.
Clearly, the birthday stopped for him. So shout out to Mayor. Until then, Coach is real. Coach is everywhere. We will see y'all soon.